And it turns out that if you have your minions and all of the minion damage scaling that you can add onto them, as well as fully building into basic skills with things like Shard of Varathiel, Pain Gorgers, kind of, and a big old connection of other damage multipliers that are available in this game, you can unironically watch your skeleton warriors use the Reap skill and hit for 1,000,000,000,000 plus damage. Even on my version of the build that I'm currently running, because I don't have all of the gear that I would need, they are doing upwards of 800 billion damage when all of my buffs are currently procced. And since this is a percentage chance for them to use this skill, that means that scaling with attack speed, making them attack faster, means that you're more likely to proc this every second. And again, there are an insane number of damage multipliers that are in this game specifically for basic skills that all work. So things like adaptability, being able to scale their damage along with your maximum resource is a huge damage multi. Moonrise will actually gain them attack speed and you attack speed and give you the movement speed and gain them a damage multiplier. What this means is that this is the first season where your skeleton warriors were ever really relevant for your damage output. Now, that being said, with Ring of Mendeln, they were actually fairly relevant, but considering the Hand of Naz has come out and everybody's using 1,000 mages on the battlefield, not a lot of people were expecting this build to do that great. But another interesting perk that they added into this called Unstable Power means that they can always crit and always overpower whenever they use a basic skill, and there's no cooldown. So if you make it so that they do 150% of Reap's damage, make it crit and overpower 100% of the time, it also means that this skill Reap can build into Rathma's Vigor to gain a massive damage multiplier there. You can use stronger additive damage for overpower damage, because their base damage doesn't matter. It's only when they use the skill Reap. And because of that, we can super target a ton of really big damage multipliers, a ton of huge scaling. And then we can abuse some lesser known systems to be able to eke out even more damage on this. And currently this build, if you're talking about on perfect gear in the end game with the people who are like massively theory crafting on it, is going to clear at least pit tier 120, which means it's significantly stronger than what we thought the mage build was going to accomplish. And while this brings minions all the way up into the S tier, it still means they're around our third or fourth strongest build, depending on how far this can push when the people with optimal gear are able to really strive on it.